What would you do if you found yourself going back in time to a place where you and your family are considered non-human and persecuted? Hannah, the protagonist in The Devil's Arithmetic by Jane Yolen, did just that. She travels back to one of the most terrible times in history when the Nazis occupied Poland. The book is an award-winning historical fiction book written in 1988 about the love of family and respect for tradition. But above all, the book explores the themes of survival and remembrance. The author chose to use a third-person limited point of view to tell the story of Hannah, a modern 13-year-old Jewish girl from New York. Hannah isn't interested in being Jewish. She complains when her old relatives talk about the Holocaust during Passover Eve dinner and believes that the Holocaust happened in the past and isn't relevant anymore. To her surprise, Hannah teleports back to a shtetl, a Jewish village in the 1940s, where she meets her relatives and learns about her family and traditions. When the Nazis arrive, they send Hannah and her family to a concentration camp. Hannah becomes a prisoner and experiences unimaginable brutality. Some of Hannah's friends and family are executed while trying to escape or sent to the gas chambers to die. But Hannah finds ways to stay hopeful by helping other prisoners survive with her friend Rivka. I was moved by one of these quotes that capture her fighting spirit. 1 plus 1 plus 1. The devil's arithmetic. It is a brutal arithmetic, but I am alive. You are alive. As long as we breathe, we can see and hear. As long as we remember, all those gone before are alive inside us. In the end, it's Hannah's turn to go to the gas chambers. Will she die? Will she escape? Will she go back to her own time? You'll have to read the book to find out. I recommend reading the book, and I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I chose it because I thought it would be fun to learn about this period. When Jane Yolen wrote her book, time travel was a very popular genre. Have you seen the movie Back to the Future? Like Hannah, Marty travels back in time to help his parents. It's a fun way to use the genre, but The Devil's Arithmetic isn't very fun, and it's probably not the first book kids our age will choose to read. You might not enjoy it, but here's why you should choose to read it. I was shocked that an author sent a teenage girl to a concentration camp, but then I understood why the author decided to do it. Kids like us are used to movies with heroes and villains, and the heroes always win. But what if the villains win? What if the Nazis win World War II? We should all think about that to appreciate the freedoms we have today. At first, I did not like the book. It's hard to read about people being tortured and murdered, but then I realized we needed to read about this book to appreciate the courage of the people who survived the Nazis and the task that they gave us and all future generations. No matter who you are or where you come from, fight racism and never forget. If I could go back in time, I would choose to be a guest at my parents' wedding or be in the room when they signed the Declaration of Independence. I don't know if I'd choose to be a prisoner in a Nazi concentration camp. Would you? What would you do if you returned to the time when the Nazis ruled Europe? Read the book to find out.